Okay, let's do some work on the sidebars. Now, as you see, I've added a few more social icons here, but I'm not convinced that I actually even like these here and here. We can change the colors, but we can also get rid of them completely as well, and I might do that. But first of all, let's just look at what we can add to the sidebars. We need some content in them, and at the moment they're looking pretty bare. So let's go to widgets here in the customization panel. So first of all, in the primary widget here, that's this sidebar, I've got the search and I've got the meta slider. We could also add to this, now that we have a few posts, and hopefully you have a few posts as well, we can add recent posts. Number of posts to display 5. I only have 3 posts, but 5 is usually about right anyway. Now you can reorder widgets as well by dragging them up or down, but in this particular theme we need to click on reorder and then use the arrow buttons for up or down. And for the other sidebar, because with this layout I'm using I have 2, now you may only have 1, in which case you could perhaps in this same sidebar add a list of categories, but here I'm going to add the categories to the right hand sidebar, and in this case it's the secondary sidebar. Add a widget, categories, I'm going to display as a list as opposed to a drop down. Now as your blog develops, there are going to be other things that you can add to the sidebar. So you can add banners, you can add images, videos, all kinds of things. But at this point in time, because we haven't really got any more content, that's about all we can add. Now, one thing that is a really good idea if your theme has the option is to make the sidebars sticky. Otherwise, as you get more content on the home page and people scrolling down and down, they're going to see an empty space in the sidebar or the sidebars. Now to do that on this theme, we're going to go to Main Body Design, Sidebars, Make Sidebars Sticky on Scroll Desktop, and we'll do it for mobile as well. Now when we do that, as we scroll down, the sidebar stays in place, and that means the user isn't scrolling down and seeing a big space with nothing in it on the sidebars. So that's a pretty handy feature to use if you have it on your theme. Now, what about changing the color of these links in the sidebar? Currently, they're very pale looking. It's a very pale looking color of text, and I would prefer that to be darker, perhaps not black, but a dark grey. For that, we need some CSS. So let's go to CSS. Now here we already have the codes where we change the color and the sizes of the font in the body, but it doesn't work for the sidebars. And these are links, so it's not a regular text. And that means the CSS we need to use is just a little bit different. Now here it is right here. And I'm going to show you how to choose your own color for this. Now that's a dark grey. It's not a black, but it's a dark grey. Now you can go over to Google, type in Hex Color Picker, and you should get this result here. Now what you can do is just choose any color. And when you get the color you want, you just copy and paste the hex code right here and insert it right here. So the hex code I've got there is for a dark grey. If you want a different color, just grab your code from the color picker and replace this with your code. That's all you need to do. Alright, now to change the colors of these, we are going to be changing the primary and secondary colors of the theme. Now this color here is also the color of any links on the blog. Web page design. General Design Options. So here are the colors here. We can select anything we want for the primary and secondary color, but changing this color and this color, don't forget that's going to change any other colors as well. So this is the secondary color right here, and this is the primary color. Anything you change here will change everything wherever those colors show up on your blog. Now in this case, I haven't decided whether I even want these here or not. If you want to remove them completely, here's the CSS right here. So let's go back to CSS, and they're gone. I'm going to leave them right now because I haven't made up my mind. But if you're using this theme and you want to get rid of them, this is the code, and as always, I'll be giving you this code on a handout to go with the lesson. Alright, now we already know that things are looking pretty good on mobile. We can just double check. That's on tablet. And as you see, scrolling down, the sidebar is moving along with the content. It's not quite such a smooth scroll as it is on desktop, but that's okay. Let's just check it as well on phone. Now on phone, we don't see the sidebars until we scroll right down anyway. Don't worry about this text looking squashed right up to the edge. It doesn't look like that when you actually look at it on your phone. You can go and check out your blog on your phone and you'll see that it looks absolutely fine. Alright, now we haven't worked on the footer yet. A few more things to do, but not too many. So next up, let's work on the footer. I'll see you in a minute.